Hey folks, this is Colin Richards, president and founder of Lord and Richards, and I am really looking forward to talking to you today in this episode, how to prepare for a tumultuous 2023. How to prepare for a tumultuous 2023. I was at a conference recently and somebody commented, all the signals that we're seeing point to a tumultuous 2023. And that put a frowny face on a lot of the financial advisors there. But I'm glad to say that for many of you, this really presents an opportunity. So I'm not going into this with my smile upside down. I'm turning that thing up and I'm smiling because there are great opportunities for the prepared, right? Fortune, they say, favors the prepared. And the reason why I can be excited about this is because we're helping people just like you every single day to seize the moment that is before us. There is a huge opportunity before us in 2023, and we're having these amazing conversations. And people come in concerned. They're worried about events out of their control, like the economy, like recession, like the markets, like inflation, like interest rates. They're worried about all these things. And they're concerned for me too. But what we do is we help you build a plan so that you can achieve financial independence right through all of that stuff without worry. And we do it from a biblical point of view. And what makes it especially fun and exciting is that my clients can turn around and then lead these exciting lives in retirement and do amazing things with the bountiful resources God has put at their disposal. That's what we're going to talk about today, is that tumultuous 2023 that's ahead of us. Now, let's just break it down. There's certainly not an exhaustive list to present to you today, but I do have a list that starts with some of the top concerns people are sharing with me. Number one, Colin, is there going to be a recession? The answer is absolutely. We're already in it. I'm not a definition guy. I don't enjoy sitting around reading the dictionary, right? But recession means 2 successive quarters of slowed down growth, right? Growth slower than the ones before it. Well, we've already had 2 of those. Okay, we've already entered recession. Now we did, what's tripping everybody up is we had a little spurt of growth last year right in between 2. So they weren't successive, right? But the fact is, if you're going down and then you go back up a little bit and you go down again, that is a generally downward trend. And of course, all the eyes are on, what's it going to be like in 2023? Well, we're already in a recession. The question isn't, will we have one? The question is, how bad is it going to be? And I certainly think there's a comeuppance coming because we had runaway spending. We had runaway hiring. We made commitments to people. We offered jobs to people. We expanded business in the mayhem that was 2021 and 2022. And in so doing, we set ourselves up, right? When businesses go out and borrow money like crazy to expand, and then suddenly the rug gets pulled out from under them, what are they going to do? Well, they're going to have to yank things back so that they can either pay off that debt or manage the payments, and they're going to have to start firing people. That's right, firing people. And of course, what makes this worse are the other subjects that I'm going to be talking about. Let's talk about briefly here inflation. Inflation brought on many of the additional problems that we faced throughout 2022 and will continue to face in 2023. You say, what do you mean? Well, as we know, as a result of COVID, money got crammed into the pockets of businesses and Americans. And because of reduced demand, reduced opportunities to spend that, an unwillingness initially in 2021 to actually put that to work, it was more a focus on, hey, I'm going to shore up my balance sheet. I'm going to sock that cash away. Well, as the sky cleared somewhat and businesses began to see the opportunity and consumers began to see that, hey, maybe I don't have to worry as much as I thought, money flowed. Man, that money was all pent up like it was dammed up, like the Hoover Dam. And it just burst out into our economy. And everybody knew it. Everybody knew it. The Fed knew it. But they ignored it because they were afraid of throwing us into a recession. They were afraid of negatively impacting the markets. They were afraid of the optics politically. So here we are in inflation. Inflation we haven't seen in a generation. We hope that's going to go down. We hope that the Fed's efforts will be successful. But the reality is prices are running away from people. Incomes are not rising as fast as inflation. It'd be one thing if everybody's boats were all rising at the same level, but you got the expense boat rising at a higher rate than the income boat. And you know what that means? That means pain for the average American household. That means pain for businesses. We're all already experiencing it, but the effect was muted by the immense treasure trove of savings that Americans and businesses had built up. Well, now our savings rate has plummeted to a level not seen in years. And that brings us to then the third problem, which is interest rates. Right? Because the Fed's answer to everything is to manipulate interest rates. If we can control how fast the velocity of money coming out into the economy, if we can control the rate you pay on debt, we can discourage or encourage you from borrowing money in order to expand your business or expand your lifestyle. That's all that's happening. So the spigot gets turned down a little bit by raising rates, and that slows things down. We've started to see just a little bit of that, and the effect has been somewhat muted. We really haven't seen inflation fall as we had hoped, as the Fed had hoped, and the possibility of doing this with interest rates without throwing us into what we call a hard landing is looking more and more unlikely. But whether or not we have a soft landing or hard landing really isn't the point. Here's the point. There's an opportunity there because although recession and inflation nobody likes, the flip side of that is we've got opportunity in interest rates because of the Fed's cure for inflation, and we've got opportunity in, number 4, the markets. So the markets are a challenge right now. They're down, right? We're in a bear market. Bear markets. This one may end up being one of the longest ones of all time, right? We've gone all the way through 2022. We're already way past the average length of the bear market, or at least a correction. And so we're looking at some challenges. But I want to point out to you that the low market and the high interest rates are a tremendous, tremendous boon for one group, a group called savers. And I've talked about this in another segment. You can look it up on YouTube. It's called Savers Are Finally Being Rewarded. Savers are finally being rewarded. And there are tools and strategies right now that will allow you to benefit from the low price of the markets, right? Markets are on sale. You say, well, how do I know? Should I wait until it drops? Look, this isn't about market timing. This is just about acknowledging there are deals to be had. But I'm not talking about buying stock. I'm not encouraging you to go out and empty out your savings account to buy more stock. What I'm encouraging you to do is a different strategy. We call it here at Lord and Richards the goose and egg strategy, and you can learn all about it in my segment, Savers Are Finally Being Rewarded. And people are positioning themselves today to reap bountiful harvests in the next year to 2 years. I can explain it in more detail. I'd love to talk to you about the opportunity that high interest rates and low markets are presenting right now for our clients, and our clients are jumping on that opportunity. I'm excited for them, and I'm excited for what's ahead. It is an opportunity. So don't think about 2023 as only being negative. A tumultuous 2023, yes, it's got challenges, but there are opportunities, and these are the times that you need to be contrarian, not just going out and buying more stock. I'm not telling you to do that. I've got a better plan for you, and I can talk to you about it more if you just pick up the phone, give me a jingle, and let's have a chat.